Hello everybody, this is Charles. I'm back with another toy review. This time I'm reviewing Bandai's metal build Gundam Exia. Alright, so Gundam Exia, this is the Gundam Exia. First of all, I gotta say this is a really heavy piece. This is really solid, and when you hold it in your hands, it's really solid because basically the whole internal structure of this guy is made of metal, which is why they call it metal build. So this is a very impressive piece. Without further ado, let's go through the articulation wise, head wise. Okay, let's look at the shoulder blades. You can actually move these two yellow pieces, but be careful, they are plastic, so they might break. And as usual, the head crest is plastic as well, so be careful when handling it. Bandai did give a spare rubber head crest in case you want to switch it. In terms of the neck joint, okay, the neck can actually pop out, see, over here. Okay, allows you for more articulation, the head moves. Okay, and then some sideways motion and 360 rotation for the head. Alright, so in terms of shoulder wise, you can see these two shoulder pads can actually move. See, actually move to give you more range of articulation. And over here, these two parts are made of rubber, so it really doesn't hinder the movement. Okay, but I do propose not leaving in this pose because you will not know whether this stress will cause the rubber to warp or break over time, so just be careful. And of course, the arm has a full 360 rotation. You have elbow rotation over here, and of course you have double jointed elbows. Okay, this is very cool because this is a very nice range of motion. Wrist as well, fully rotatable, and within the wrist itself there's another joint that gives you more range of motion. And of course, before further ado, I'd like to say more about the details. My camera can't capture it, but the details here are really fantastic. My piece has no paint issues or whatsoever, so it's really perfect. It's really good. Logos are well printed. Gundam Exia over here, GN01 Celestial Beam, and this green colors over here. This transparent plastic really adds a very nice touch to this piece. And looking at the back, yes, this is really fantastic. In terms of chest wise, you can actually move the body. There's a double joint. Yeah, you can actually move the body slightly forward, backwards, and sideways slightly as well. Okay, but the joint is really fantastic. Okay, the joint is really tight, and I really love it. So it's double jointed at the waist and at the upper torso, so it's really cool. In terms of legs wise, it's really amazing. Look at this. You can split the legs wide this much, and not only that, you can actually move the ankles, okay, accordingly, so they can stand really well. So the ankle articulation is being taken care of, see? So it's really awesome. You split the legs this wide, and you can split the toes this wide to give this articulation, this level of articulation. This is really amazing, and no, I was totally blown away. Yes, let me just move this back. Alright, in terms of upward motion, because the skirts wise don't really hinder, you can actually move it quite high. Okay, you can rotate within the joint itself. This is actually a ball joint over here, and you can rotate it here. Alright, and here you have double jointed knees, but this double jointed knees is very interesting. You have one joint here, okay, and the other joint is at this circle round part, which is here. So the knee joint is really interesting, and you can really bend all the way. This is really cool. And this guy definitely can do a kneeling pose with ease, not a problem. As you can see, not a problem at all. So it's really cool. Really loving it and really digging it a lot. And moving down this part, you can actually move it, and this part you can move it. And joints for the ankle wise, you can move this much, this down. It's really a wide range of motion. Sideways over here. See, this is really cool, and the whole internal structure is die cast, so no worries. And you can twist the toes as well. See, you can twist it. So it's really awesome. Let me just get it back. And of course, look at the toes here. You can actually extend this part as well. So really fantastic, really awesome. Let me just get this aligned properly first so that he stands upright. Okay. Alright, let me just adjust the toes a little bit back here, adjust the waist part, and we are back in a nice standing position for Exia. Alright, so Exia. So before I go into the internal structure, let me just first feature Exia in his mode. Okay, in this mode, all the accessories. So he has this gun sword shield thingy that you can actually attach to him, which I will do so in a moment. Okay, this is the handle. There's a lot of hands. Okay, the different fists are for different purposes, like holding a sword or holding open fists or holding the guns, but in the interest of time, actually just put 2 of the fists that are holding the guns. So over here right now, I'm just going to insert this part. Okay, so yes, there's a catch here that fits in over here very nicely. So basically just have a catch inside here. Alright, so basically when Exia is actually not attacking, you can actually have it this way. And if he's in the attack mode, you will actually just shift it out this way. So this part is really interesting. You will actually move it outwards, see? You move the trigger down, you move this sideways in, and you will just sort of insert it into the fist. And here he is in the attack form, right? And of course, this is not the end of Exia. There is this very fantastic accessory, which is the sword, which will clip into this part very easily. Here you have, this is a sword, and when he's in the attack sword mode, okay, he can actually have the sword in a straight pose, or you can actually lift it. Okay, just see you moving it, lifting it up, and right now he's holding a sword differently. See, right now he's holding a sword like you hold a sword this way. Otherwise, you can actually point it straight. So, which is cool, really cool. Just like what you see in anime, really cool. Okay, so this one goes back in here. I'll push it back here, and I'm just going to put him back to non-offensive mode. Okay, put it back here first, because I'm going to have more demonstrations to do moving forward. Okay, and then on this side, you actually put the shield. So this is shield, this part here. Similarly, it fits inside here, and voila. Okay, this part is a little difficult to fit in, but takes a little bit of adjustment. Okay, cool, got it done. Cool, great. So this is Exia. Everything in, and also motion-wise, you can actually move these 2 parts as well. You can move the skirts over here. You can move this up, shift this. Okay, these are basically the beam sabers thingy. So these 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4 white pieces, actually the same. So basically, use them. You can either slot in the short beam saber, okay, or beam dagger you call it, or you can slot in the longer one, this one. Okay, cool. Let me just see what else can feature here. Okay, this one. Okay, just put this back, and I'll put this back inside here. And to fully accessorize Exia, what you would do, okay, you will take out this side. So okay, these round parts. I'm gonna take them out. Okay, I'm gonna do it similarly for the other side. Okay, got it out. Put it aside first, and there's actually 2 types to use. Let me see which type. Oh, this is for the other one. Let me just get the correct one out. Yep. For Exia, you will want to use this one. Okay, there's a tip on the top, which I'll explain why in a moment. So let me see which goes where. This one, okay, the longer one. Okay, there's actually a long and short part. So the longer part actually goes on the top, the shorter one goes at the bottom, so you can't really miss it. And of course, the easiest way to identify, you can see the GN logo. See GN, it says GN here. So once you see GN, you know that you put it in the correct way. You won't actually invert it wrongly. So over here, you put it this way, and you take the 2 GN swords that it comes with. Move this aside first. A short one and a long one. Okay, it doesn't really matter where you place which one. You can actually hold it in his fist, but let me just show it here, just for interest's sake. Okay, you can actually hold it in his fist. Of course, this is not the fist for holding a sword. The fist for holding a sword is actually another fist, but in the interest of time, I'm just using this too. So this I'm going to take out. You're going to slot it here. There's actually holes here. Okay, holes over here that you can slot this in. So you slot one in here, and you slot the other one in here, and there you have Exia fully accessorized. Alright, really cool. Really awesome. Alright, Exia, really awesome figure. Okay, Look at this, really cool, awesome. All the swords. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna do, I'm actually going to disassemble Exia into the repair 3 form. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna take this part out. Okay, I'm gonna take out the shield. Okay, and I'm going to remove these 2 side pieces first. Okay, now moving on. At the same time, you're also gonna detach him from all his armaments. Okay, that can form Exia 3. So first, what you're gonna do, you're gonna take out these shoulder parts. Okay, and you will remove this arms as well. So what you're gonna do, remove this. Okay, you're gonna have a replacement. So this, I'm gonna put him aside first. Okay, the difference between this, okay, this part and the replacement part, okay, the swapping part is that you'll see that this one has this groove for you to slot in the rubber part, but this one doesn't. So this is the difference between these 2 parts. Alright, I'm gonna put them back in here first. Okay, I'm not going to swap the parts yet. I'm just going to need to take out his armaments. Similarly this side, I'm going to take it out. Put it aside. And then this, I'm going to take this out. At the same time, when I'm taking this out, you can actually see all the metal internal skeleton, which is metal, which is really cool and really awesome. Okay, and over here, what I'm going to do, I need to take out this top section. Okay, take these 2 out. And they go, where did they go? I think they go here, yeah. Okay, I just tried this once yesterday, so I'm still a little bit unfamiliar. So you take this out, take this out, and we will have this one. Okay, this goes here. I'm just trying to remember which part goes where. Oh no, sorry. This part actually can be taken out, but you actually need it. Okay, this part can be taken out, but you actually need it. But I'll just put it back here first. What you need to do actually is to take out the ones at the back. Okay, the ones at the back. Okay, basically the ones at the back. What's the difference? Is this. Let me just put it properly first. This one doesn't have a thruster. This one has it. Okay. So that's the difference. So this one is for this side. This one is for this side. Okay. I'm just being very careful not to get all the parts mixed up because I'm really worried I'll mix them up. So lastly, you take these 2 parts out. Okay, and you can actually remove these parts out as well, which is not necessary. But should I do this? I might as well just remove it, just so you can see the metal content completely. Okay, so here we see there's really a lot of metal, so there's a lot of the skeleton exposed. You see, oh, and I remove this part as well, this back part, which will replace with another back part. And also, might as well, I will remove the GN drive as well. And later we might replace it with the GM battery. So here you can see there's a lot of metal content. Whatever's internal schematics you see is all metal. The whole arm here is metal, the body internal is metal, the whole leg component is metal. Really awesome. This grey shiny silvery metal parts, really awesome. Really wow. I am so amazed, I am so impressed. It's really cool. So here I'm just going to start to assemble him back into his so that he can get into his repair 3 mode. Okay, gonna have a little problem slotting it back. Okay, this one I got it done. I'm gonna slot this part back. Gonna find the pack. Okay, got it done. And over here, what we want to put is this one. Yes, this is the repair 3 portion. I'm gonna slot this one in as well. It fits in really nicely and tight, so it's really fun. Okay, I'm just trying to find the catch. Okay, got it. Click. And over here, I just have to slot this part at the back. Okay, apologies if the camera doesn't seem to focus on certain parts at certain times. I'm trying my best over here. Okay, got this. Similarly, I'll get this part here. Okay, this part over here. This part over here. Okay, we're almost done the legs. This portion here fits in very nicely. And the leg portion is done. Going to get the arm portions done. Okay. Whoops. Da-dum. Oh, I'm really loving this. It's almost like building a Gundam model kit, but in a much simpler way. And over at the back, you will fit this over here. Here you'll put the GN drive. So you just slot this part in first. Put this the GN battery, GN battery. And you put it here. Clip, lock it in place. And you get this. These are the shoulder pads. Shoulder pads go up here. 1. Shoulder pads here. 2. Lock it in place. And the final touch would be the side GN swords. Okay, which similarly you just put over here at the thigh. Over here. And yeah, we are done with the swapping to Gundam Exia Repair 3 form. Really cool. Yes. So Repair 3 wise, the sword is actually different, which will swap over here. So the GN sword, plug this out. Okay, now you have this cool green shiny GN blade. Wow, I simply adore this. This is really cool. This GN blade is simply cool and awesome. And of course there's this GN gun as well. Let me just show how it works. Actually what you do when he's in fully attack mode, you actually take out the handles over here and you move it up, and actually Exia will use his hand to hold it along with the top portion, which is here. But I'm not going to demonstrate it, but what I'm going to demonstrate over here is how cool this gun is. So what you do is actually pull this part out, you fold this part down, clip it, and he actually folds it very nicely. This is, I tell you, really awesome. And let me just show you how it works on his hand. So this part I need to make sure I got it correctly. I am fitting it this way. No, am I fitting it correctly? No, okay, fitting it this way. Okay, so fix it here. So the underneath of the arm, you actually move the gun here, and you adjust the clip. You clip really nicely in place. Okay, you clip really nicely in place over here, and then we'll put back the gun blade over here. And here you have Exia, Repair 3 mode, fully assembled. Okay, very cool, very nice. Okay, let me just put the camera back a little bit. And let's say if I want the gun to be out, I fold this down. Okay. And I will lift the handle up. Okay, insert it into the fist. And here we have the gun. Okay, it's really cool. Gun pulls out, really nice. Similarly for the GN sword. Okay, fold this out. At the same time, I will actually fold it back in the handle. Let me just adjust this. Okay. So Exia will hold this. And voila. Oops. Okay. Really cool, really awesome. Okay, let me see if I can do a nicer pose. Okay, it's a little tough to do a pose right now because I'm actually trying to make sure everything stays in the camera, but I'll try to do a nice pose before I end off this video review. Okay, let me just see if I can do a dynamic attack pose, which is cool. Exia usually points his sword out. Aggressive pose. Oh, okay, this is actually not bad. This is actually not bad at all. Alright, wow, talk about inspiration. Alright, so here we have Exia in a very nice attacking pose. So here's pointing out the GN sword, and then holding a gun. As you can see, this is a repair form. This is really a very awesome figure. I tell you, this is actually what I call a piece of masterpiece. It's a piece of art. And this is what I say, what I feel is that the Metal Build series so far hasn't disappointed. Apart from maybe Freedom that has some a lot of paint job issues that people reported. But the whole line is really great because the internal schematics of this whole robot is really metal, so it feels like you're holding a real Chocoking toy, and what you're paying for is really, really worth it, you know. I'm so impressed, and I'm so happy that I actually got an extra piece for this just to keep and maybe to display in a different form. But I really love this piece, and I highly recommend this one because he is really awesome. Once you hold the piece in hand, you feel it's metal, you really feel that, wow, finally you're holding a piece of Chocoking, because we know right now these days Chocoking don't have much metal in it compared to the earlier days. But this is what a Chocoking toy, a metal toy, is all about. It's about weight, it's about real metal inside. And I'm sure for this Exia, we are going to see a trans-arm form. Definitely in Tamashii Nations, they're definitely going to release an exclusive trans-arm form that we will see for sure. So I'm really looking forward to that, and even though we are likely to pay double the price, but I will still get it. So here's Charles signing off with yet another toy review. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Do stay tuned to my channel for more reviews next time. Doesn't hinder the movement, okay? But I do propose, not living in this pose, because you will not know whether this stress will cause the rubber to warp or break over time. So just be careful. And of course, the arm has a full 360 rotation. You have elbow rotation over here. And of course, you have double jointed elbows. Okay, this is very cool because this is a very nice range of motion. Wrist as well, fully rotatable, and within the wrist itself, there's also another joint that gives you more range of motion. And of course, two yellow pieces, but be careful. They are plastic, so they might break. And as usual, the head crest is plastic as well, so be careful when handling it. Bandai did give a spare rubber head crest in case you want to switch it. In terms of the neck joint, okay, the neck can actually pop out, see, over here. Okay, allows you for more articulation, the head moves. Okay, and then some sideways motion and 360 rotation for the head. Alright, so in terms of shoulder wise, you can see these two shoulder pads can actually move. See, actually move to give you more range of articulation. And over here, these two parts are made of rubber, so it really does. Hello everybody, this is Charles. I'm back with another toy review. This time I'm reviewing Bandai's Metal Build Gundam Exia. Alright, so Gundam Exia, this is the Gundam Exia. First of all, I gotta say, this is a really heavy piece. This is really solid, and when you hold it in your hands, it's really solid because basically the whole internal structure of this guy is made of metal, which is why they call it Metal Build. So this is a very impressive piece. Without further ado, let's go through the articulation. Articulation wise, head wise, okay, let's go with the shoulder base. You can actually move this to double joint. Yep, you can actually move the body slightly forward, backwards, and sideways slightly as well. Okay, but the joint is really fantastic. Okay, the joint is really tight, and I really love it. So it's double jointed at the waist and at the upper torso, so it's really cool. In terms of legs wise, it's really amazing. Look at this. You can split the legs wide this much, and not only that, you can actually move the ankles, okay, accordingly, so they can stand really well. So the ankle articulation is being taken care of, see? So it's really awesome. You split the legs this. Before further ado, I'd like to say more about the details. My camera can't capture it, but the details here are really fantastic. My piece has no paint issues or whatsoever, so it's really perfect. It's really good. Logos are well printed. Gundam Exia over here, GN01 Celestial Beam, and this green colors over here. This transparent plastic really adds a very nice touch to this piece. And looking at the back, yes, this is really fantastic. In terms of chest wise, you can actually move the body. There's a double. I think there's